Ladies and gentlemen, this amateur welterweight battle is set for three 3-minute rounds, and it is brought to you by Proper 12 Irish Whiskey. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. His height, 5 feet 8 inches, and his weight, 170 pounds. He trains with Team Tyler and he fights out of Newport, Tennessee. I present to you Chistian Lee.
It's been some time since we've seen Chistian Lee since his last fight. We had him into the Valor card for some time.
Yeah. That's why I'm so happy staying
across
active.
the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight presenting to you a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. His height, 5 feet 9 inches, and his weight, 171 1/2 pounds. He trains with Agoge Combatives and he fights out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I present to you Austin the Snake Sparks!
Sparks has got an intense stare across the cage
and
here.
I think he's brought quite a few fans with him tonight.
Well, he's got a great dance partner, a fan-friendly style in Chistian Lee. Cannot wait to see this one. First MMA bout of the night. Here we go. Sparks really running into the firefight.
Just hitting the fences.
Build-wise, you think Sparks might have a slight strength advantage, but Lee obviously no slouch, very similar build. He's got good takedown defense here in the early going. Right in front of us here, Chistian Lee jumping on a neck. Sparks with the takedown. We are about 30 seconds into round 1. Austin Sparks on top at the moment.
Yeah, Chistian Lee has the neck of Austin Sparks, but not very well. I think it's just more of a positioning, controlling for him here as Austin's looking to establish a good side mount.
Oh, they are right in front of the commentary table. You can hear those strikes. Fans, thank you so much for joining us on Spectation Sports. We hope you are enjoying this bout. Make sure to get your picks in for the contest. Get a chance to go to either a Tennessee Volunteers or a Tennessee Titans game. All you have to do, predict the outcome of tonight's title fights. We've got a great one on our hands right now. Austin Sparks and Chistian Lee right in front of us.
The audience here, like always, has a lot of suggestions. Ooh, man.
Heavy strike
Austin
there.
Sparks did great. And we see Chistian Lee trying to up kick here. And that resulted in Austin trying to get a little bit better side control.
And looks like Lee wants to wall walk maybe to slip his way out of this if he can. Good top control so far for Austin Sparks. Nice short elbow. Lee is trying to utilize a get-up game, but he's also trying to do it in a way where he's not just burning his energy. Nice explosion there. Oh, almost started a scramble. Good top control from Sparks. We've got 50 seconds left here in round 1 of our first amateur adult MMA bout of the evening. There will be a brief intermission after this one, guys, before we get to the rest of our undercard. You're going to get a chance to watch the bout that was our last main event at Aries 18. It was Dustin Berry and Austin Sauls. Both of those fighters in action a little later on. Right now.
Yeah, we see Chistian was holding on to that leg for maybe a little too long, and that puts Austin in a good position to
there is a choke potentially going there.
He needs to figure out if he's going to get rid of that arm there or not, but this is a good position. If he can put him up against the cage, Chistian's still giving the thumbs up, and what he needs to do is get rid of that arm. There you go. Okay, he's breaking it up here.
Half guard here.
15 seconds remaining here of the first round.
Boy, Austin Sparks poured it on there at the end of round 1. Christian Lee takes a second to collect himself, but he's up, and the good news for him, each round starts on the feet.
Absolutely right.
I think his best moments in the fight, as far as Christian Lee, when they were standing, Austin was running in, and I thought Lee was doing a good job finding some counter shots.
I'm not sure if Christian has a corner here tonight. And I could be wrong, but I don't know if
For his last bout, he was independent.
Yeah, I think.
And then they did announce a gym at the start. I'll be honest with you, I
yeah.
was a little distracted. I didn't quite catch
Same
that.
here, yep.
But I'll tell you what, that was a textbook round one start
Absolutely.
for Austin Sparks. Enjoyed a lot of top control, did some good damage with the position that he did hold. He's trying to get that third amateur win, and man, would he love to do it with all the support in the building.
Absolutely right.
Christian Lee collecting himself. I think he knows he cannot find himself underneath Sparks. Sparks looks like he's got a really good top control game.
Absolutely right.
Sparks did spend a lot of energy there, though, at the end of the round. We'll see what happens.
And he immediately is going for the same thing. Let's see what we can do with a couple jabs and overhand rights and make a clinch and make something happen. And I think that's what he's doing here again. Christian's being smart, trying to get his weight down a little bit lower, but I think that's going to end up hurting him more than it's going to help.
Christian Lee cannot accept this position after the round one he just had.
No, it's a bad idea.
Because this is a dangerous game here to play with Austin Sparks.
Yeah, much easier said than done against a talent like Austin Sparks, but that's how he found himself.
You know, there's no elbows in this contest, but both competitors have landed a couple of short elbows.
I did hear the judge, mention something, and I saw a couple times too, but, you know, in the heat of the moment, you know, sometimes rules feel a little secondary.
I hear you. Right now, it is much like how the first round played out. Austin Sparks enjoying some good top control. Christian Lee's got to be a little frustrated. He's been underneath him for most of this fight.
Yep.
Sparks into side control. Lee gonna.
Oh, Lee, that was really impressive.
Really do a nice job to get top control.
Yeah, that was a very creative way of getting out of that position, but he finds himself back there into the center of the ring, which it makes it a lot more difficult to do any sort of wall climbs or fence climbs.
No cage for Christian Lee to
out
walk.
there. Yeah, we got 1:45 minutes remaining here of the second round. Oh, Austin Sparks, great. Oh, and then Christian Lee immediately with the sweep here.
Yeah, Christian Lee's experience. You're not just going to be able to use basic techniques. You're going to really have to damage him before you can take that better position. And now Christian Lee's got about 1.5 minutes here to see if he can't do some damage and really fight himself back into the fight. This is exactly what he needed, though. And now we're to standing, and I'll tell you what, Christian Lee with a barrage of strikes. Nice low kick from Lee. Nice right hand from Lee, but really good pressure from Sparks. Tell you what, this has turned into a great fight here in round two. Nice dig to the body.
Yeah, that was great for Austin. I'd like to see a few more of those. Well, we saw Christian doing this before where he turns his back and runs, and it's just not a good move for him.
Well, that's a great takedown, though, for Christian
Lee. I
wasn't expecting to
it really
see
did
him.
Surprise him.
In a much closer round two, Christian Lee has had some really good moments here, and I'll tell you what, there's some blood starting to come out of the face of Austin Sparks. So we've seen a couple elbows that shouldn't have been thrown. We've seen a couple of scrambles. And right now we see Christian Lee enjoying some top control here with about 30 seconds left in round number two of our first MMA bout of the evening.
Do see a little blood here from Austin Sparks on the nose.
A quick glance around the room. Boy, is the convention center filling up. Thank you so much, fans, for all your support here at the Chattanooga Convention Center. And thank you so much.
Seat left. Yeah, we got 15 seconds remaining here in the second, but yeah, it's getting packed in here.
And I'll tell you what, I'm sure the servers have all they can handle there on Spectation Sports, but man, are we so happy to be on that platform, and we're so happy to watch this. Christian Lee.
Wow, Christian Lee, a great way
to another takedown.
That was a great way to end the second round here. Just getting two takedowns within 30 seconds.
1-1? What do you got, Houston?
I think it's 1-1. Yeah, I'm at 1-1 here. I think we're all going to be able to tell here in the third, and a lot of it I think is going to be dependent on who has more in their tank. We see that a lot of times, but I think that's definitely going to be the case here.
For a moment there, I was going to say, you know, the longer this stays on the ground, the more it favors Sparks. And then Christian Lee just decided to turn into a chain wrestler at the end of round two and really rack up some good points.
He sure did.
So we've got to be very, very even on the scorecards. Both of these fighters have everything in front of them in round three. The lovely ring girl there showing all the fans at home. We are ready for our third and final round. Got to be careful, too. I'm talking about the judges' scorecards. That last Muay Thai bout shows you. The fight isn't going to decision until that final timer expires. A KO can happen at any moment.
Absolutely right. Yeah, 100%. We never want to call a side or call it, but I do see this pretty even 1-1 so far.
Mark Laws in there tending to Christian Lee.
Again, big props to Christian Lee. I don't know that he has a corner. I haven't heard somebody in his corner yet, so you know,
that's impressive.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
He's tied going round 3, and he's he's out here wrapping it.
Oh,
really fast right hand from Lee.
Yeah, I think Lee was really wanting that to connect, and he's going to try this over.
Great head kick from Lee, but man, Sparks eats it.
And Lee is all over the place, but this technique is, you know, it can work if that timing is working, and I don't know if the timing is totally working for him.
That was some amazing stuff, though.
It was great.
He snuck in a power right and then spun around and threw a head kick. Unfortunately for him, he finds himself underneath Sparks. And for Sparks, he's got to be so thankful to be back in top control because it seemed like the pace on the feet was pretty wild.
Absolutely.
Fans of Austin Sparks want to see some blows here from their fighter.
We'll see how long ref here will let them sit. You know, we had him stand up pretty early on, and that might be the case again here.
You see the Agogi corner likes what they're seeing. Sterling Peace, Torres Finney. Those guys are loving the action here from Austin Sparks in round 3. Christian Lee here kind of menacing his opponent with some blows off of his back, but you really feel like he should prioritize getting up if he can. Obviously, it's easier said than done. But he's got him locked in basically a closed guard, and it's going to be hard to get ahead on the judges' scorecard here off of your back. VIP tables completely full. The room is filling up. 1:30 to work here in round number 3. It is Christian Lee and Austin Sparks. One of 3 Austins in action on tonight's card, Houston.
Big time. Yeah, we talked a lot about how this is going to be a hard fight to call. We have so many like names here, but these guys are standing up with 1:10, and Austin's taking advantage of that. Austin, I think, just really wants to finish this fight out and not leaving the decision. Oh, man, that was a great transition to an armbar there. That is tight.
So deep.
Gosh, that is tight.
Christian Lee is thinking about tapping.
He is thinking about it. There's no fence there for him to climb up. He's got to make this decision. Austin's going to break that arm.
Houston, how does he escape?
Oh, he's going to try the wall climb again. He made his way to it. Oh,
and now he's in great position.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible escape from Christian. He's going to feel that arm tomorrow, and it's still pretty tight. Austin still has him in a pretty compromised position where it doesn't as much of the direct impact and pain on that joint, but he still tied him up pretty good here.
What do you think about the ref standing him up there? The ref stood him up, and Sparks was in top control, and now he finds himself on his back. Almost had an armbar, but now he's on his back. And
it's tough. We got 13 seconds remaining here of this third and final round.
What a match.
What a match.
Christian Lee looks as though he's going to end this bout with top control. I had it 1-1 going into the third. Man, what a fight.
I hate to be a judge on this card. This is a tough fight to call. Wow.
Regardless of the outcome, these 2 warriors putting on a great show. Christian Lee, Austin Sparks, so exhausted they can barely stand.
Yep.
Really good stuff there. I think fight fans might say that was an interesting decision to stand him up. I definitely think it made more fun.
Yep.
But it benefited Christian Lee. He fought his way back into the third.
He did, man. Christian Lee was in that fight 100% of the way. Not to say that Austin wasn't, but I was really surprised at the performance difference that I saw between Christian Lee, his last fight, to now. It was way different. It was a way different fighter.
Yeah, he had somebody closer to his size, and you saw he was really showcasing good striking, showed some good wrestling at times. Austin Sparks really showed great top control for a majority of this fight.
Yeah, it's tough. Towards the end of that third, I see it more on Austin, but the beginning, maybe not 100%. It's a tough one.
This is going to be a tough one. I'm glad you and I are calling the action and not putting our name on a scorecard, because somebody is going to be elated and somebody is going to be deflated. And I'll tell you what, the scoring is taking a little longer than normal. That normally indicates there's some real consideration being given to everything.
It's a tough one.
Fans, we are awaiting the decision for our first mixed martial arts amateur bout of the evening. We will have a brief intermission after this bout before we get to our undercard. Fans on Spectation Sports, you will get a chance to watch The main event of Aries Fight Series 18, which saw Dustin Berry take on Austin Sauls, both of those fighters in action later tonight. But right now, all eyes in the convention center are on Lance Green and the scorecards. We cannot wait to see who won this bout. We throw it now for the judge's decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecards. Judge Johnny Stewart sees this battle 29-28. Sparks. Judge Caleb Miller sees it 29-28. Sparks. Lisa Dorn 29-27. For ladies and gentlemen, your winner by split decision, Austin Sparks!